Welcome back, everyone. Wow, you've officially made it to day 9 of our Future Plans and Intentions Masterclass. Take a second and just let that sink in. We're celebrating a massive milestone right now because you've successfully crossed the halfway mark of this entire 15-day journey. You've been showing up, putting in the focus, and really building up your English foundation day by day. And today we're taking a massive leap forward. We're leaving the past and the present totally in the rearview mirror, and we are going to learn exactly how to talk about tomorrow.
So for all our Urdu and Hindi speakers following along, take in that message and really feel proud of it. You have put in some absolutely incredible hard work over the last 8 days. But today brings a really exciting new challenge. We are going to completely conquer the future tense. By the time we wrap up this explainer, you're going to be speaking about your upcoming plans, your career goals, and your immediate intentions with absolute zero hesitation confidence. Let's get into it.
Okay, so here's our quick agenda for today. We'll start with our Welcome to Day 9, then we'll dive right into the future tense formulas, practice some daily use future sentences, analyze real-life future conversations, and then wrap the whole thing up with your homework and challenge.
Moving right along to our first big topic, the future tense formulas. Okay, let's dive straight into this. We're starting with the real core mechanics of the future tense. To speak fluently about tomorrow, you really only need to master 2 primary formulas.
Now, what's genuinely fascinating here is the psychological difference between our 2 main future keywords. I'm talking about will and going to. See, it's not just about grammar. It's about what's actually happening in your mind when you speak. We use will when we're making instant, totally spontaneous decisions or promises. It's right on the spot. On the flip side, we use going to when we're talking about pre-planned intentions. Basically, these are things you've already thought about and decided to do before this exact conversation even started. Make sense?
So let's break down the simple, almost mathematical formula for constructing a will sentence. It is incredibly straightforward, I promise. Step 1 is just your subject, the person doing the action, like I or she. Step 2 is simply adding the word will. Step 3 is your verb, and you keep it in its absolute simplest base form, like go, eat, or call. And finally, step 4 is your object. So you put it all together. I plus will plus call plus you. I will call you. Boom. It's an instant promise built in 4 super simple steps.
Let's move to our second structure and see how this builds. To say you're going to do something, we just slightly adjust that formula by swapping out the auxiliary verb. So, step 1 is still your subject. Step 2 now requires a little helper verb, is, am, or are, depending on your subject, of course. Step 3 is the phrase going to, Step 4 is that same base verb, and Step 5 is the object. For example, I plus am plus going to plus visit plus London. I am going to visit London. It clearly shows a fixed, fully established intention.
All right, on to our next section, daily use future sentences. Now that we've got those formulas locked down, it is time to shift our energy into the high-speed application phase. Let's drill some practical, real-world sentences that you can actually use for your daily routines and career goals right away.
Let's just read through these first few pretty briskly. Notice how we use these for our everyday routines. I will wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. I am going to make breakfast for the family. She will take the bus to work. Pay attention to how the English pronunciation smoothly flows while you take in the comforting Roman Urdu context. Honestly, these are the everyday building blocks of your morning.
Keeping that momentum going, let's pivot and look at some professional ambitions. If you're heading to work tomorrow, you are absolutely gonna need sentences just like these. I am going to finish the report by noon. We will start the meeting at 2 p.m. He is going to ask for a promotion. These are crucial, heavy-hitting phrases that instantly make you sound decisive and totally forward-thinking in any professional environment.
Okay, let's zoom in specifically on the word will. Listen to these. I will help you with those heavy bags. Don't worry, I will pay the bill. I will text you when I get home. Are you noticing the pattern here? None of these were planned weeks in advance, right? They're totally spontaneous reactions to whatever situation just popped up. They are immediate decisions and friendly little promises made right there in the moment.
Now, I want you to contrast that spontaneity with these next examples. They are going to buy a new car next month. We are going to travel to Dubai for the holidays. These examples perfectly anchor the going to structure. Why? Well, because you don't just instantly decide to buy a car or fly to Dubai without doing some serious planning first. The subjects here are talking about concrete, prearranged plans.
Next up, real-life future conversations. Okay, so we've seen the isolated sentences. Now let's look at how they connect in a real-world mini-narrative between two friends planning a weekend trip. This will really show us how these rules blend together in a totally natural conversation.
Listen to how this conversation kicks off. What are you going to do this weekend? It's such a natural, everyday question, isn't it? By using going to, the speaker is basically asking if their friend has any established plans or solid intentions already lined up for Saturday and Sunday.
And here comes the exciting response. I'm going to visit the mountains. I already booked the tickets. Notice that going to is the absolute 100% perfect choice here. It would actually sound a little bit strange to say, I will visit the mountains if the tickets are already bought and paid for. The planning is completely done, the intention is firmly set, so going to is the clear grammatical winner.
And this right here brilliantly illustrates the contrast. The first friend replies, "That sounds amazing. I think I will just stay home and relax." Do you see what just happened there? The decision to stay home and relax was triggered right in that exact moment, literally, upon hearing the other friend's grand plans. It's a completely spontaneous, newly formed thought, which is exactly why the word will is used here.
The conversation wraps up nicely with this line. Let's meet up for coffee next week. I will text you the time. Honestly, I will text you serves as a perfect, friendly promise for the future. In just 4 quick lines of dialogue, we saw both grammar rules tied into one completely organic, realistic conversation. That is exactly how it works in the real world.
Finally, we have your homework and challenge. Yep, we've officially reached the final stretch of today's masterclass. You know the formulas inside and out, you've drilled the daily sentences, and you've analyzed real-world conversations. Now I'm handing the reins over to you. It is your turn to apply exactly what you've mastered today. I've laid out 5 translation practice scenarios for you. I want you to read the context for each one very carefully. Your job is to translate these thoughts into English. But listen, here is the real test. For each single one, you must carefully decide, based on the context, whether you should use the will formula for a quick decision or the going to formula for a set plan. Take your time, write them out, and definitely refer back to the formulas we covered if you get stuck at all.
Finally, I want to leave you with this interactive challenge. Think about this. What is one big goal you are going to achieve tomorrow? I want you to write your answer out in English right now. Using your newfound knowledge of the future tense, how are you going to shape your tomorrow? Think about it, write it down, and commit to it. Your future is built on the intentions you set today. So what exactly are you going to do next? Keep practicing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.